Welcome back to Wrestling World. Today we're going to be taking a look at Aalyah Mysterio getting dropped by WWE, Seth Rollins leaking his own personal message to WWE management, the latest with what's going on with Edge vs Roman Reigns, and much more. Let's start things off with this Aalyah Mysterio news. Aalyah Mysterio appeared last summer for the first time in a long time. Of course, last summer wasn't Aalyah's WWE debut. Aalyah has appeared on WWE television and has been a part of Rey Mysterio's stories ever since she was 9 years old. So her appearance over the summer was more of a return. Aalyah Mysterio's appearance was quite simple at first. She was just at WWE as a spectator and to support her brother Dominic as he officially started his WWE career. Even their mom, Angie, was involved on Raw as well for a few weeks. Having the entire Mysterio family there was obviously a huge success. Raw obviously didn't have Roman Reigns or The Fiend on Raw at the time, so everything going on with the Mysterio family was one of Raw's highly featured stories. But Aalyah Mysterio went from just an innocent bystander to part of the actual WWE storyline. She started to show interest in Murphy and told her family how he was different from Seth Rollins. Aalyah saying that did come a few weeks after she hit Murphy 100 times with a kendo stick. So the logic was a bit flawed there, but either way, she started to fall for Murphy. That led to Seth Rollins taking advantage of the situation and trying everything he could to get Aalyah to leave her family and cause even more trouble for Rey Mysterio. It was then revealed by Aalyah and Murphy they were reaching out to each other via Instagram DMs, and that's when the story got more wild. Aalyah walked away from her family, slapped Dominic in the face, and WWE made it seem like she was no longer talking to her family. But over time, Murphy continued to earn the Mysterio family's trust, and Murphy was finally accepted into the family as Aalyah's boyfriend. All that was great. The only issue is that Aalyah and Murphy haven't been seen together on Smackdown since December 4th. There seems to be another update considering Aalyah and Murphy. Reports now claim that Aalyah and Murphy's storyline has been fully dropped. It's unfortunate when a storyline just gets dropped without a proper ending or a payoff, but at least that finally puts an end to all the speculation about their return. So it looks like that was the end of Aalyah's WWE run, at least for the time being. We've heard that Vince McMahon and WWE officials have been highly impressed with Aalyah and would love to have her sign full-time with the WWE in a couple of years. To have this 19-year-old with no prior acting experience just come right onto WWE television and give the performance that she did left WWE very impressed with her and showed that her future could be very bright as a WWE performer. Of course, Aalyah hasn't made her mind up if she wants to sign to WWE full-time. It was Rey Mysterio who revealed in a recent interview that Aalyah's schoolwork is still a priority for her and that she'll decide what she's going to do in a few years. We know Dominic is going to be there. Rey Mysterio just signed for another 3 years. So if Aalyah Mysterio signs with WWE within the next 3 years, then she'll have her father and brother with her in WWE. What are your thoughts on Aalyah's WWE storyline getting dropped? And should she sign with WWE full-time? So we got another update to Seth Rollins' direction on Smackdown. He came out once again with the Burn It Down theme song, so maybe he'll be sticking with that song for the time being. But Seth Rollins came out with a paper and revealed that he filed a complaint to WWE management about the disrespect action from the WWE locker room, about them all walking away from him during the night of his return. Seth Rollins took to Twitter to leak the WWE complaint message himself. The paper that Seth Rollins had stated the following: to WWE management, flagrant disrespect and egregious conduct to whom it may concern. I am writing you to formally express my sincere disappointment and anger in the dishonorable actions of the SmackDown locker room and treatment by this company with regards to my greatly anticipated return last Friday, February 12th. At the behest of this very office, desperate for a true leader and star of my magnitude to help lead SmackDown to new heights, I agreed to return from my personal leave and sacrifice precious moments with my loved ones. I spent considerable time and energy planning this moment that should have been a triumph, an exaltation of a multi-time world champion. Instead, I was met with an embarrassing farce. The disregard and disrespect shown by the SmackDown superstars for shunning my inspiring message must be addressed. While I intend to deal with these patronizing, ungrateful so-called superstars in my own time, I expect the full force of this office to swiftly and forcefully reprimand those who refuse to embrace my vision. I await your response and best efforts to make amends for this incident. Sincerely, Seth Rollins. So Seth was not happy with all his superstars walking away from him during his return. He talked about he gave up his personal time at home with his family to be at SmackDown, and then they all walked away from him. There was also an interview with Cesaro on SmackDown that explained why the locker room did what they did. He explained that they all thought he'll come back changed and be a new man. But once they all heard that nonsense he was talking about, they had to leave. Cesaro also revealed that he hasn't forgotten about Seth Rollins' attack on him and will get back to him for that. Obviously, Cesaro is getting ready for the Elimination Chamber right now, so his feud with Seth Rollins will likely get started after the Elimination Chamber. But what are your thoughts on this message that Seth Rollins leaked out, and are you excited for the feud with Cesaro? Let's check back in with Edge and his WrestleMania decision. Edge obviously has the right to face either Drew McIntyre or Roman Reigns. He's sort of been in between both choices lately and has been teasing his decision. The latest speculation is that Edge will in fact select Roman Reigns. You see the latest interactions between them, and you're really getting the feeling that we're building up to Roman Reigns versus Edge. We had another face-to-face confrontation between Edge and Roman Reigns this week, where Edge pointed out that he actually made Roman Reigns lose his cool and pointed out several more things. Edge went to all the Elimination Chamber competitors and teased the idea of facing them at WrestleMania if they won at Elimination Chamber. Then, after that, maybe it will become more clear that Edge is going to select Roman Reigns. Edge has talked about how he always wanted to work with Roman Reigns when he was out of action. It also gives WWE another opportunity to promote a spear versus spear match. Edge and Roman Reigns both use the spear in the moveset, so WWE could definitely hype up that match. So everyone expects Edge to choose Roman Reigns, but obviously he still hasn't made his decision yet. Drew McIntyre seems to be building up a story with Sheamus, so that's why everyone doesn't believe Edge will get in the middle of that and select Drew McIntyre. It seems like Sheamus will be Drew McIntyre's next opponent, while Edge heads over to SmackDown for Roman. What are your thoughts about WWE building up to Edge versus Roman Reigns? Is that the best decision for Edge to make? Let us know what your thoughts are on today's other stories as well. What are your thoughts on WWE dropping Aalyah Mysterio and Seth Rollins' reveal? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.